Greetings agents, this is the Mediocre Gamer. Thank you for tuning in today, I really appreciate it. I'm really glad that you're here and I hope that you are doing well. If you find my videos helpful, please remember to subscribe, like, comment and share. Well agents, it's Year 7 Season 2 PTS time. The devs have released all the details for the up and coming season, which is due to start in a few weeks. As always, there's new global modifiers, new manhunt, new weapons, new gear, etc, etc. I thought I would just pick out a few things that looked interesting and provide some details and show a bit of gameplay footage and hopefully keep it relatively short and sweet with no extra long boring videos. The first thing that grabbed my attention was a new gear set called Tipping Scales, which is a LMG focused gear set, and looking at it on paper it looks pretty enticing and it holds up in the field as well. If we just have a bit of an overview of the gear set. So 2 pieces gives us plus 30% mag size, 3 pieces gives us plus 30% LMG damage, and then 4 pieces gives us throttle control. So shooting builds stacks to a max of 50. Each stack provides 0.5% weapon handling and plus 2% critical hit damage. Lose 6 stacks per second while not shooting. No stacks are lost if an enemy is suppressed. And then if we have a look at the backpack talent, which is Snowball, so that increases the critical hit damage received per stack from 2 to 4%. And then the chest talent is Sustainability, that is increase the maximum number of stacks from 50 to 75. So I just put a fairly basic build together using the 4 pieces of Tipping Scales. So with the chest and the backpack, I kind of feel that those chest and backpack talents are quite good. Particularly the Snowball one, where you increase the critical hit damage from 2% to 4% per stack. That is quite impressive. And also increasing the maximum number of stacks from 50 to 75. One thing I did notice while testing this out was that a lot of the effectiveness of this build does come down to that suppression mechanic. So yeah, one of the most annoying mechanics in the game, suppression, has finally been given something to do, I guess. The idea here is to keep the hostiles suppressed to stop you from losing stacks. And if you can do that, then you can actually build stacks quite easily. The trick obviously is, first of all, suppressing an enemy. I wasn't great at it quite a few times. And then the other thing is having another hostile close by that you can fire upon so that you can keep building stacks while you have another one suppressed. And if you can kind of get this back and forth momentum going where you're shooting at one hostile to keep them suppressed and then you're shooting at another hostile to build stacks, then it is quite achievable to get your stacks maxed up to 75. And it's also quite doable to not only get to 75, but it's also quite doable to stay at 75 stacks. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It was a bit of a skill issue for me, I guess. But having said that, if you get a bit of a momentum going, get a bit of a rhythm going, it is a lot of fun, and it is quite a fun gear set to play. I had a lot of fun with it, and it does a lot of damage. I was using Pesty for a little while, and that's really easy to get those ticks going. And I was also using blue screen as well, and I think my favorite was blue screen. That crowd control aspect that it has once you hit those 50 stacks is really great. So I was having a lot of fun. The other 2 pieces I was using was Coyote's Mask and Fox's Knees, and everything was rolled to crit hit chance and crit hit damage. My crit hit chance was at about 50%. My crit hit damage was at about 86% from memory. But yeah, I think it's about time that there was a gear set focused on LMGs, because kind of feel that they're a little bit forgotten about. You know, you can put together a fairly good brand set one with Lengmo and a few other pieces. You know, having that weapon handling and that critical hit damage, you can just clear mobs in no time. It's really quite effective, and it goes really well. Yeah, a really great gear set. Initial impressions, I'm happy with it. It's really good. I'm going to see maybe what other two pieces I can swap out. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. Or if you have any suggestions around, you know, something that might be better than running the backpack or running the chest or something like that, let me know. But that's all for now. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, you stay safe out there, agents, and take care.